What's up, job seekers? It's Marlo, and I'm back with your Crafted Career podcast. And today we are going to have crafted conversations with a wonderful professional by the name of Ashlee. I met Ashlee about a month or so ago. We've been having conversations about marketing, personal branding, and how important that is when it comes to job search, where she has combined traditional social work expertise with modern digital strategies. Now, this is very essential when it comes to community management, program development, personal development, navigating that career, knowing how to tell your professional story, knowing how to paint that imagery and that picture in the job market to really set yourself apart. So, without further ado, I am going to bring my dear friend, Ashlee Lawson-Kilpatrick. She is a master of social work and she is dedicated to community and to digital marketing. Hello, Ashlee. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, doing good. Blessed by the best. Happy to be here and happy to be having this conversation with you today. I'm just really excited to dive into these digital marketing strategies and, personal branding and really just the art of storytelling. With you being an aspiring digital storyteller, I'm very interested to learn more about some concepts that you've utilized or some things that you've noticed in the market. But before we dive into the meat and potatoes of everything, I just want to hear a little bit more about you and your background. I see you have your master's and bachelor's degree in social work. So just tell me more about your professional story.
Okay. So I hold a master's and bachelor's degree in social work from Fayetteville State University. I have demonstrated a strong foundation in social welfare and community engagement. My commitment to inclusive practice is further highlighted in my completion of courses and foundations of diversity, equality, and inclusion and belonging. I have been expanding my skill set for social media marketing, especially with taking a Google certification program right now to further my skills on it. The educational experiences I have equipped with have been mostly a diverse skill set, combining traditional social work expensive with modern digital strategies.
Okay.
My biggest approach is the innovation use of media content, such as cartoon, video games, web comics, anime, because that's being a lot of part of our pop culture now.
Yes, definitely.
I have engaged with clients in the past, especially those on the autism spectrum, to facilitate their emotional expression and social relationship building. Like for instance, at one point I had a client who, middle school age, she needed help understanding relationships. She was on the autism spectrum. She didn't understand what it means to have like a healthy friendship with people.
Right.
The Netflix cartoon series She-Ra, Princess of Power, to help her identify the elements to a healthy friendship with someone and what it means to be a friend to other people.
Yes, definitely. So, and I love that because that goes back to really your identity or your brand of merging that community engagement with those digital principles. So, you're providing her with access to tools that's going to give her more insight into, who she is and how she can manage this concept of social, right? Being social. And that's really, really key as well when it comes to job search, because as we all know, this market right now is crazy. It is oversaturated. So having those social skills to be able to reach out and be like, hey, come here, I'm over here and I'm bad and I'm good and I'm
Yes.
confident and I'm going to show you why. A lot of my clients struggle with understanding and recognizing that you are brilliant. They'll say, oh, yeah, I did this and I did this. And it's like, no, you did this. Like, this was significant. Like, own that and be okay with having good things to say about yourself. Be okay
Yes.
with, highlighting how, you've had a transformative journey. Because we all weren't born experts. We had to learn, we had to grow. So
Yes.
just highlighting that journey and again, that storytelling. How did you get to this point? Because writing a resume is really the art of storytelling. So again, going back to your story, is there anything specifically that happened within your life or within your professional journey that kind of led you to where you are now?
Surprisingly, I think it had to start when I was in high school. I had always been a huge advocate for human rights,
Yes.
and I've always had a love for storytelling.
Yes.
And down the road where I was getting my bachelor's, done with that, trying to get my master's, I found out something called superhero therapy.
Yes.
And superhero therapy is where they incorporate like the whole storytelling and quote unquote mythology of superheroes to relate to individuals who are struggling with their mental health issues.
Right.
And I took that idea and I was like, why stop at superheroes? Can't we like use any type of media, part of pop culture? Can we use the cartoons? Can we use the video game?
Right.
Why not use that? Because there's so much storytelling and animation in video games that a lot of people overlook. But what led me to get into digital storytelling was that I realized with social work, I love social work. I wanted to get into social work ever since I was 16.
Yes.
My issue is just that I want to do more. I want to go outside of the box of the traditional careers for social work. I want something that is dealing with social impact on a larger spectrum.
Yeah, larger scale. So
Yeah.
I'm hearing that you have a lot of philanthropic type qualities about you when it comes to that social change and
Yeah.
Seeing those previous norms become an issue, because a lot of these norms are a problem and a lot of things are brushed under the rug.
Yes.
If you look on any major website and look up how the workforce is doing, according to them, employment rates are at their best.
Yeah.
But yet and still, you and I both know, the little people down here that is really seeing what's going on day in and day out, there's really a problem. The biggest thing that I have specialized in throughout what I'm doing to transform and make an impact through the art of writing and the art of storytelling, that resume narrative, that career journey, and painting that picture on a piece of paper and
Yeah.
allowing my clients to internalize that and realize that this is you. You can identify with it. So, and when you're able to internalize that, it boosts that confidence, it boosts that level and that ability to be able to have those conversations and really will somebody in and land that role. From your perspective, as a subject matter expert, what are some common mistakes that you see candidates make in their career journey?
Lacking in confidence.
Yes.
Because the fact that we're so worried about meeting other people's expectations and worried about rejection. And I think it's more of that at the end of the day, sometimes you're not going to be someone's like perfect candidate, because really a perfect candidate doesn't exist.
No.
What matters is that you need to be your biggest advocate.
Right.
You got to be your number one cheerleader, and make sure that they know that they need you. You don't need them.
Exactly. In their mind, they should be going in with the pom-poms, right?
Yes.
Yes.
There's also the mistake of neglecting networking opportunities. I know it's like a lot of people are, again, it goes back to the confidence thing. You're afraid of putting yourself out there and talking to people, but at the same time, you're not going to get anywhere without talking to people.
Yeah.
You just have to keep talking to people, trying to network, try to figure out what information do you want from them? What do you think they could help you with? Or just getting to know someone in the same field. Maybe you guys can trade stories and some advice. Keep communicating with people until there's that one person who's willing to actually listen to you. I know it's frustrating, but you gotta try.
Yes, exactly. Because the biggest thing that I focus on throughout my entire process when I'm working with my clients is knowing how to effectively market themselves, knowing how to be comfortable having uncomfortable conversations sometimes. Because any level of discomfort is really just a signal of growth. So if you're doing something that makes you uncomfortable, you're moving in the right direction. Like naturally, we're like, oh no, this doesn't feel right. Okay, let me kind of fall back a little bit. But it's like, no, the more uncomfortable it is, run toward it, because that's really what is going to elevate you to the next level. So having that confidence, like you mentioned, is essential. Those networking abilities, because again, sales and marketing concept, as a business owner, I cannot expect to grow my business without marketing, without talking to people, without coming up with strategies on how to talk to my customer, how to engage them, how to be relatable. And that's another thing, is when they're networking, make the connection for the person you're reaching out to. Don't assume that they're going to know how it's going to benefit them to collaborate with you. You have to identify, hey, I noticed you do this. That resonated with me because I'm focused on this, and this is how us coming together can really make a difference. So, I'm just really excited to hear, that you also understand, how important networking really is.
Yes. And I think the last mistake, failing to appreciate the importance of data analyzed. You need to add more numbers to resumes, is what I've been hearing.
Exactly. So instead of just saying, I led a team and we fulfilled all of our obligations successfully. Instead of just saying that, I spearheaded, a team of 50 or more colleagues in, various departments, and put together a strategic plan to execute a multi-million-dollar initiative that ultimately resulted in a 50% increase in this. So just taking that basic statement and just blowing it up, and not in a way to where you're lying about anything, but really showing how valuable this was. We're not gonna dumb down our achievements. We're going to put them on the forefront and really highlight and emphasize them. So yes, I totally agree. Having that data is key.
Yeah, it goes back to, you need to show them that they need you. You don't need them.
Yes, exactly. We need that's what I need. I need to, on the back of my shirt, look, I'm stealing it. On the back, and it's going to say, they need you. You don't need them. I completely agree. I love that. Okay, well, in terms of them meeting a potential candidate, what qualities or attributes would you look for in a candidate if you were essentially hiring for a role?
Well, that is a very good question. I would have to say I would want someone who thinks more outside the box. Creativity is a very, very important quality to me, especially since it's like you don't want the same old candidate. If you just had everyone who's exactly the same, I don't feel like it's going to help diversify
Right.
the kind of work you do. So I was like, I would love to have someone who thinks outside the box, who's willing to come up with some unique ideas that could help improve the company.
Yes.
So there's that. And those who are willing to even try
Right.
to think outside the box at least. Like I get like not everyone is super creative, but it's like if you're willing to be open-minded,
Yes.
and just try something different, I think that would be really great.
Yes. Yes, definitely. I agree. And again, I was just so happy when we connected because we see so eye to eye on so many different things. And that's another, essential piece of this whole sales and marketing concept, So I really just love that. I love everything that you're doing as a professional and the difference that you're making and really implementing those unconventional, out of the box strategies, the things that you don't normally see. I always say, whatever other people are not doing, that's what you should be doing.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna plaster that on the back also. But literally, whatever they're not doing or whatever other people are afraid to do it. Just do that thing because, that's 9 out of 10 times going to be the thing that's going to make that difference. So I am just happy to hear again that, there's more people out here that know the value and importance of being able to market yourself. So how would you say that candidates can effectively demonstrate their ability to address different organizational pain points?
I think they could try to demonstrate empathy towards the organization's challenges and goals, along with empathizing with the organization's audience.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And just to add to that as well is to empathize, because that's letting them know that you've done research, that you just didn't come to the interview and you're leaving like, okay, who did I apply to again? What was that company's name? Literally, that shows the employer when you're empathizing or when you're identifying their pain points before they're even identifying them. It lets them know how genuinely interested in the role, right? So as employees or job seekers, we don't want to feel like just a number. So we have to give the same courtesy to employers to let them know that just as much as we want them to consider our uniqueness, our experiences, our mission, and to take that time, to also be willing to take that time to research them and understand. Because when you can identify their pain points, it's a no-brainer. All you have to do, like I said again, is connect the dots. These are the pain points. These are the things that you did to address those pain points. And just putting them together and pitching that out, that's really is what they're looking for. Somebody that's aligned with them holistically.
And at the same time, though, it goes back to my social work background where we had to do that with clients. Overall, we had to understand them, not just as a number, as a person.
Yes.
Because there are differences among everyone.
Right, exactly. And everyone's needs are different. And so that's why it's just important to be able to paint that clear picture. It's almost like going into an interview with a business plan, but it's not a business plan, it's a career plan. And you're identifying the problem and you're identifying the solution. and you're pointing out your unique value, and you're just connecting all.
Yeah.
So same type of concept. So again, to me, that sales and marketing piece really is key, which is what excites me the most about your expertise in terms of the digital landscape. So as you know, there are millions of professionals online. There's hundreds of thousands of professionals on LinkedIn. So it's a really oversaturated site, as well as us being in an oversaturated market, like I mentioned. So really setting yourself apart from the competition. And like you said, having that uniqueness. If you were a hiring manager, you would want someone that kind of thinks outside of the box or shows more of that creativity. That's what's really going to capture the employer's attention. So how important do you believe that personal branding is right now and for professionals in today's brutal market?
Well, as you know, the job market right now is kind of ridiculous right now.
Yes.
To the point where personal branding is not just something to do on the side. No, it's absolutely a necessity at this point. From my perspective, professionals have to find a way to stand out from everyone else to get noticed or even considered for a job at this point. Personal branding is the best tool to use right now when it comes to applying for jobs. Like the resume, yes, it's nice to have, also another way to make you stand out, but you need to do something more than just be another like person, a candidate that they just look at and just keep moving.
Brush to the side.
You gotta really grab their attention.
Yeah, because there's two things now. That personal brand is going to be key, not only for the resume, but also for that LinkedIn profile, making sure that is up to par and speaking to that. And then they need to carry that with them. Like your personal brand should be something that you truly believe. It should be something that truly resonates with you. I see some people creating brands and the brand sounds great, but do you really believe in that? Like, can you speak to that? If you go on an interview and they say, oh, well, tell me about yourself. Well, my name is Marlo and I'm a career navigation alchemist, right? Yeah. I'm transforming lives and careers without limitations, whatever that brand looks like, right? So same thing for job seekers. They need to when you're putting your brand together, make sure it is completely and wholeheartedly resonating with you, because the last thing you want to do is have this brand out there that you can't properly speak to, and at that point now it's working against you. So definitely taking that to put that together. So we're talking about creativity, right? You're a creative, you're a storyteller. What kind of creative or unconventional ways can you think of that candidates could utilize to differentiate themselves even more, like a step further beyond just the brand?
It goes all the way back to the confidence.
Right.
It goes back like that. I think it's like it's the foundation of personal branding. It's the foundation of you getting anywhere professionally. Is you need to have the confidence in yourself. You need to learn how to market yourself and your skills. Yes. You're not just a worker. No one is just a worker. But at the same time, though, you are an incredible person who is very skilled at doing anything that really you can put your mind to. You have to believe that.
Yes, definitely. And I'll say this, as a single mother, as someone who has battled against adversity so many times, from, being raised in a low income household by a single mom, who I also watched struggle, but at the same time, that's what made me the incredible woman that I am today, to pull from that strength. But also to persevere through homelessness and domestic abuse and this, that, and the third. Being the only reason and the only way that I was able to get to where I am today is believing in myself and having that confidence. Nothing started to happen with me as a person or within my business or any aspect of my life until I really felt that confidence. Not just said, oh yeah, I'm confident, but really felt confident. And so that was a big one for me. And like you said earlier on in our call, in terms of locking in on that higher thing, that your why, like why are you doing this? Why are you the person that you are? Kind of like how you came into your role or came into your profession. It all stems from something. So knowing what that is and being able to lock in on that is also what's going to help build that confidence. This was great. I really enjoyed having this conversation with you today and going over these concepts. If job seekers could take these concepts and take this advice and start to implement it into their search, I truly do believe that there would be some more favorable outcomes. Now, I do want to be fully transparent. We know that right now there's only a 2 to 4% return on job applications in terms of getting interviews. So if you put 100 applications out there, you're probably only going to get 2 to 4 responses, right? So that's a very small window. So you have to maximize on that window. Like, if I only have 2 opportunities a year to grow my business, I'm coming in hard. I'm coming in swinging, kicking, screaming. They're going to know that I want it, and it's going to just pour out of me, right? Because you're only working with a small amount. So I really feel like this market also is just going to remind us to be thankful and be grateful for the different things that we have, because just like that and a snap, your whole life could change. So just being proactive, being prepared, and knowing who you are and your brand is really what helps us overall in life, not just in job search. So so again, I thank you and I appreciate you. Everyone out there, please, follow Ashlee. She's a wonderful, wonderful person, and her expertise is very invaluable. Are there any other last words that you would like to leave for job seekers or hiring managers or recruiters? We'd love to hear from you.
Sure. So looking ahead, I am a very enthusiastic and creative individual who wants to blend her skills and her interests in cartoons, video games, webcomics, anime, manga, with my growing expertise in social media marketing and inclusive community building. My journey in community engagement characterized by empathy, creativity, and thinking equips me for future endeavors and innovation and inclusive storytelling platforms. I'm so excited about the possibility of joining a team where my contributions can further the cause of storytelling and community engagement. I believe in the power of stories to unite, inspire, and drive people to a positive change. And I'm eager to collaborate with others who share this vision.
Yes. Hence why we were here today. And I am so happy that we share that vision. As a fellow creative, I admire you and everything you're doing, and definitely wishing you the best in your career search and your endeavors. So thank you so much again, Ashlee, for coming on. Tune in, everyone, for the next episode of Your Crafted Career, where we will have another crafted conversation. Get crafted.